is Optimus Prime. And here is an awesome video review from Jesse. Now watch as he lights our darkest hour. Yeah!
Welcome to another Transformers Masterpiece review. This time we're looking at the Hasbro Masterpiece Soundwave. Now, Soundwave is one of those characters that was always going to be getting a Masterpiece version. Like, as soon as I started doing Masterpieces years and years ago, I envisioned a Masterpiece Soundwave, and I tried to think of a way that they could do spring. I kind of envisioned something like this, but it wasn't spring like that. Like, I mean, it had a spring in it, but like it would be constantly kind of like those. Like if you go to Walmart, if you go to DVD racks, something that was constantly pushing up, and you had to put press it in. So it kind of got it right there. Like I said, this is the Hasbro version. It comes in a really cool package. I know this is an old figure, but finally, decided to get around to reviewing this guy. One benefit, if you ever had the choice of getting the Hasbro version or the Takara one, and price did not matter, or not a deciding matter, definitely get the Hasbro version. Comes with way more accessories. You get all 5 tapes. Although it doesn't come with the Rat Bat that came with Sound Blaster, which is kind of a bummer. But Rat Bat is kind of a silly tape to begin with. But it comes with all the classic tapes. We'll cover each one of those in a second. First off, oh yeah, it comes with a new version of the Megatron gun. I say new version because the old one had this kind of crappy hinge right here that was very prone to breaking off. In fact, my old one that came with my first MP-01 Megatron broke off right here, so it's pretty common. You got a much better one now. Looks really good. Comes with a screen, a data screen that we'll use with Soundwave's chest later on. Comes with an empty Energon cube, which I have all the Frenzy and Rumble weapons stored in here, and the pile drivers for Frenzy and Rumble here. But first, let's take a look at Soundwave's tape deck mode, and this is a really solid mode. It's really hard to kind of perfect an already damn near perfect. I mean, it was a perfect G1 figure. It is one of the more solid Generation 1 figures, both in alternate mode, robot mode, and transformation. And this replicates that very well. But there's a few changes here and there that improve the overall design. And Soundwave is an awesome figure. The buttons here, press in, spring-loaded buttons, the fast forward and rewind buttons here. Press the play, record, and stop buttons. Do not press in any. You've seen me demonstrate before. But on top here releases the little door. The little, I believe this is a volume toggle here, moves a little bit. And I'm not sure what kind of button this is supposed to, or switch this is supposed to be on the side. Might be on and off switch, but that moves a little bit. And one change is that his weapons you would store in this like compartment here to simulate batteries, but now they just kind of store on the side, and have his one device here that can be stored here, which is mainly used for robot mode, which was only used in one episode. I forget what. I think it was Calling to the Dinobots. But also this can become like almost like a USB port kind of thing on the side of the tape deck mode. And it's all really good, but before I forget, let's go ahead and set this guy off to the side, and I'll remove this gun. This piece that attaches to his shoulder does not come off at all. And let's put some tapes in here. Really nice that all the minions come in clear cases. So let's go and press this in. Can fit 1, 2, and come on, 3rd one. I know this guy can fit 3 at a time, but again, the 3rd one is, oh, I see. There you go. That goes here, and yep, it's all full and really awesome. I really wish it would have been neat if you could fit all 5 in there. Like, I don't know, but you eject the first one, close it back up. I think press it in a little bit, and then eject it, maybe. Oh, something's not right here. I have a feeling I wasn't supposed to do it like that, but yeah. Pressing this lever on the back, it pushes the cassettes forward, and this guy is stuck. There we go. So it's kind of tricky. So really, I would only recommend doing 1 at a time. And damn, this one, Rumble Frenzy, is not liking staying in here very well. He's not wanting to come out. Come on. There we go. I don't know, maybe it's just him. Yeah, I don't know, but really cool gimmick. I would, from that little experience, I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing all 3 at once, but you can if you want to chance it. So first up, let's take a look at the big guy himself, SOUNDWAVE's transformation. Get him started. First up, let's take this little bit here. This will detach a little bit. I mean, I keep on accidentally pressing that button. This will detach here, hopefully. This is one bit for, I guess I can lift up the bottom piece of his foot. That might, yeah, that helped a little bit. Fold this all the way around like this. Go ahead and go to the other side. Bunch of little tiny pieces folded around on this. Okay. And we can pretty much leave it like this for now, so we can get to this part here. Fold this up and then fold these little pieces down. We can lock his back in place so you can start to see his hip right here, and we will move his legs down like so. And this part is oh, and there's a button. Oh, where'd the button go? Where'd the button go? Oh, right here. That locks the leg in place. You can tell if you're a little bit confused trying to figure out which way his leg goes, just bend it. You say, oh, okay, so his knee's going to bend that way, and that's that. And when you're transforming into robot mode, you just kind of remember that you need to have this hinge facing forward. So let's rotate his lower leg around, fold his foot in, this little piece down, And now collapse onto the leg. Go back to this side. One thing I really like about this figure is all the joints are really stiff. Okay. There we go. Whew. It's a tight little joint there. Fold the exact same thing to this guy. Fold it all the way around. Okay. Got the most complicated part out of the way. Then we'll just fold these arms out, collapse these little pieces on the back, open up his forearms here, fold out his hands. Now his hands are the exact same as MP-10 primes or convoys. So he does even have like that extra articulated pinky or index finger, which pops off fairly easily. Fold this piece in the back, rotate his head out, and really cool piece. This flips up and rotate it forward, and there is sound. Now the only differences between the Hasbro version and the Takara version is the Japanese Takara one has the cartoon accurate red eyes, while the Hasbro versions have the yellow eyes, the toy accurate one, which is I like both of them for their own reasons. I don't really prefer one way or another. This is still a really interesting look. It always seems that the Hasbro versions of masterpieces tend to go for toy accuracy, while the Japanese ones go for anime cartoon accuracy. So, and besides that, I believe from what I've seen that the door has a little bit of a cloudy look to it, while that one Takara one is pretty much clear, and the Hasbro version has this these letters on the side. I'm not sure what those are supposed to mean, but that's the only difference in the actual figure. And he's awesome. He does have a very similar neck joint that Prime did. He has an actual physical neck there. It enables him to look up and down, pivoting shoulders, double hinged, so you can get a wide range of movement there. He's got a bicep swivel, double hinged elbow, and his hands rotate the wrist, waist joint here. Very solid ratcheting hips and knees, the mid-thigh cut, and decent range of foot articulation too. So all around he's really solid, really great. And you can take his battery and pull it open, fold out this little handle here, and pull out the tip, and that forms his gun. And gonna go back to old SOUNDWAVE here, open up his hand. You see the little hole that the tab will plug into, and it'll snugly fit in there. Come on. It's being pretty difficult with me. Oh well, it's close enough. Get something like that. And we can fold in his other hand here and attach his little silly, I'm not even sure what this thing has a name. It just I'm not yeah, shoots waves at something, but it's kind of neat that they still include that in there. Hell yeah! When you open up the forearm panels, you see little speakers there. So add a lot of detail in this guy. So and you can, let's get his gun out of here. You can let's see, let's empty up his energon cube. You can attach. It's not doing it. Oh, there you go. Hand upside. You can attach this to make an empty energon cube. Really neat. Other than that, it really has no purpose, so you can store whatever you want in it because it has a little lid here. And you can have a data screen here, which you can, either print out something or make something out of paper and put in there, and it can display gridded data there. Really neat. Never would have thought to include this little piece. And he comes with a Megatron gun, but and make him hold it, flip it down like that. Open his hand back up. And he can hold Megatron, his Lord and Master. So even just Soundwave by himself is a great figure, but we also have his minions to cover. We'll get into those now. Now, these two are exactly the same, just different paints. We got Buzzsaw here, which holds a special place in my heart because he was one of the first. He was actually, I think it might have been the first tape that I ever got, because I did have a Generation 1 Soundwave when I was young, but he broke, and Buzzsaw was all that remained. He came with Soundwave, but he's not the most iconic one. He wasn't even in Season 1 at all, so gonna leave him standing there. You got Laserbeak here, who's one of the more iconic tapes, and he's the one that actually came with the Takara version. So let's take a look at him here. I believe these are the same size as the Generation 1 tapes, and really cool, got a good amount of detail there. Now to transform Laserbeak, so these guys are not actually too complicated, but they are a bit different than their Generation 1 components. You need to flip the head forward like this, and then you'll rotate these pieces, and he's not in focus, I apologize. These pieces up, and these pieces go up as well, and then fold these little wing bits up, and we'll go down here to form his feet, and go back up and finish up his wings. And here's his one leg here is a little bit loose, but not a huge deal. Really neat that they somehow included the transformation or these bits here into transformation. They normally would have been a separate piece. I, for the life of me, cannot get this camera to pop up on this guy, but I can on Buzzsaw. But it's really nothing much. Really cool. Got some flappy action. Really awesome looking guy here. Or girl. I'm not even sure what Laserbeak is supposed to be. Might be gender neutral. Really cool looking guy. I guess I'll go with guy. Next up we got Frenzy and Rumble. Now I call it Frenzy and Rumble because either way is okay. Toy form, this is Rumble, and cartoon, this is Rumble. Just always by habit and by association with the cartoon, I always go with this one as Rumble. And he has always had the most attitude, and so he was my favorite out of the humanoid cassettes. So we're going to take a look at this guy. Just same figure, just red, blue. So really, really cool looking. Transform this guy. Going to whoa, first we need to get him in focus there. Fold up these bits here. Actually, which way should we do this? We'll go this way here. Fold up his arms a little bit to relieve the tension. Fold his legs down like so. And rotate them around like this. And these will just kind of stay in place. Oh no, they'll fold out. And this guy is so small, and I'm moving him a little bit too much, so it's keeps on going in and out of focus. Pull up on the waist, fold down the arms, and fold up the head and rotate it, and he has the tiniest little hands that aren't barely able to fold out like so. And take his blue little lasers here, put them on his back. Oh. This one is okay, I got it folded in wrong. And these can go on his back. Damn, this one is being really stiff. There we go. I prefer this look. Completes the Rumble look, but you can also take these off and fold down the peg to form a pistol. But what's really cool with these guys, got the pile drivers here, which are a lot bigger than I was expecting. You can store them together, but these pieces can pull out of this little storage thing here. And to attach them, just need to fold up the arms like this. Actually, yeah, fold them up like this, fold in the hands. And this part is kind of crappy because they don't really attach it, just kind of slide in there. And yeah, they can fall out at any time, and can have them in and out like that. But we can leave one in, one out to kind of simulate him using his pile drivers, and that's pretty cool. Last but certainly not least of the cassettes is what the Japanese version is called Jaguar, but we know him by Ravage, and he is definitely the coolest. And transform him, his head is actually separated into two. Close him up like so. Fold out his front paws. Once again, I'm moving him a little bit too much and he's getting out of focus. There we go. His leg kept on getting caught up there. pull him up and out. Like this. Fold out his feet. Oh man, keeps on getting out of focus there. And then fold these guys back, and then down. Fold the paws up. Oh, before you do, I need to fold out his tail. And let's see, and ta-da. Basically, we got him done. Even though I wasn't even close to done. Man, he is so small. Can't really keep it in focus. But he is really nice. His head can go up and down. His mouth does not move. His eyes are barely painted red, and it's such a dark shade of red that you cannot see it on camera, but they are. Ravage is pretty much one of the fan favorites when it comes to the tapes. So it is kind of a bummer that his I mean, I guess if you really wanted to, you can kind of bend him like this, but yeah, he doesn't have like any natural like feline arcs in his back. He looks a little bit skinny there, but still, he's amazing. And one last little bit I forgot to mention, with Laserbeak and Buzzsaw, the bottoms of their feet are grooved, and they match these grooves here on the top of his shoulder, and they can clip in place like so, or you can there's this little clear clip here that Laserbeak can supposed to be able to clip in place here also, just like that. Really cool little feature there. Now, this is one of the best Masterpiece sets that have ever come out, and I do regret not reviewing him when he first came out. Now, is he worth it? Hell yeah, he is worth it. Is it necessarily worth some of the aftermarket prices? That's kind of debatable, but unless you can get him on a good deal, I would definitely recommend picking this up. You basically get 6 masterpieces. You get 1 big masterpiece, 5 smaller masterpiece figures. You get a ton of accessories. You get a beautiful box. Overall, the Hasbro Masterpiece Soundwave is definitely superior to the original Takara Tomy version. I love this figure, and you know, it's really helped getting me to fall in love with the Masterpiece line all over again. Really starting to really just focus mostly on the Masterpiece figures, because if you don't, you might really miss out on some gems like this, because this guy is awesome. He is a great figure. Definitely recommend picking him up. But if you don't really care about the minions or the color, you can pick up the Masterpiece Sound Blaster, which also comes with exclusive Rat Bat. So you can get that one at a much cheaper price. I believe like he usually goes for like 120 or 130. Because he's a little bit less desirable just because of the paint scheme and the fact that he does come with Rat Bat and not some of the more popular cassettes. But if you have the money and you can afford, don't care about the aftermarket prices, definitely pick this guy up. Unfortunately, you cannot pick this guy up at BigBadToyStore.com, but you can get the Japanese releases of Soundwave and Sound Blaster at BigBadToyStore.com. You can click the link in the description. You can follow me at Twitter at twitter.com/SSJAutobot. You can Instagram me too, SSJAutobot. And you can follow me at Twitch at twitch.tv/SSJ_Autobot. And I'll catch you next time.